Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips team leaders to lead through the challenges they face every single day. So, we've been talking all week about what low productivity looks like and how we can identify what may be warning signs of low productivity within your team. Today, we're going to talk about how the lack of integrity can cause a big decline in productivity. But first, I want to share with you that this show is sponsored by the CLC team, and they help turn stagnating and unhealthy teams into high-performing and high-producing teams. They do this by creating an environment that has effective communication throughout, which eliminates unhealthy conflict. If that's something that you and your team need help with, get in touch with us or get more information at clcteam.com. Okay, as a reminder, we're talking all about ways to increase your productivity all month long. And we have a special free gift for you with a video that's going to help you out. Be sure to pick up your free gift at clcteam.com/hiring question or by clicking on the link in today's show notes. All right, so as I mentioned, a lack of integrity can decrease your team and organization's productivity. And this is extremely evident when it comes to honest feedback. This can be extremely difficult at times, but if you are not willing to tell your team members where they are not meeting the standards and expectations, they will continue to perform to that lower standard, as they will assume that you approve of the work they're doing, because heck, you're not saying anything otherwise. Let's face it, our team members are not mind readers. And if we let subpar performance go without pointing it out and giving them tips to improve it, their productivity will continue to be lower than expected. Also, those low standards that your subpar performers are getting away with because you're not doing anything may just impact the better performers because they may think that they could do less and still be okay. So even your best performers' output and productivity may go down a little bit, because they may let up. Regardless, when you don't give the difficult feedback to your people who need it, you are killing your productivity. In the Air Force, we used to have a saying that said, "Call the baby ugly," or "If the baby's ugly, call it ugly." Now, in other words, we're saying if your people are not performing up to the standards and expectations, just tell them. There's no need to beat around the bush or sugarcoat it. Just say what needs to be said and then give them guidance on how to improve it. Believe me, if they are any kind of decent team player, they will appreciate it. And chances are they already know where they're not meeting the standards. So you're just pointing out to them in a feedback session what they need to hear and what they know they need to hear. Many leaders think general canned feedback is enough. They may tell a person that, "Hey, you're doing okay, and here's a few areas where you could use some improvement." But they stop short of telling them just how bad they really are. And then they assume that the subpar performer knows what to do to exceed and improve their performance. And that's just wrong. But some leaders think that's enough. And that's why their team has low productivity. Feedback is never complete unless you're telling them the truth about their performance and providing them with the tools they need to correct their poor performance and to succeed in the future. That's the purpose of feedback. Along with the poor performance that you're pointing out, be sure to cover what the team member is doing well. And yes, everybody wants to hear what they're doing well. And they want to actually hear you say it. So make it a point to tell them. Don't just write it on a paper and give it to them. Tell them where they're doing good. Another area that is often missed on feedbacks and where people aren't as honest as they should be on annual reviews are opportunities for growth. Now, this could be related to their strengths or weaknesses, or it could have something to do with pay raises or promotions and benefits. But regardless, as a leader, you need to paint a future for them that is enticing to them, something they want to accomplish, something that they want to be a part of. something that they may aspire to be or to do. Now, of course, in order to do all this, you must know them. And personally, I believe that's the most important thing about leadership. As I always say, you gotta know your people. If you do all this and have a feedback and review system like I've just mentioned, man, I'm gonna guarantee your productivity will go up. Today's challenge is to take a look at your feedback and review program and ask yourself if it is doing what it's meant to do. Is it pointing out where your people are falling short of the standards and or failing? Are you ensuring that it's honest feedback and not just pencil-whipped reports? Is it giving them guidance on how they can improve? And I mean specific guidance that's handcrafted to each individual on your team. This cannot, under any circumstances, be a standard cut and paste, how to be successful type of guidance. It must be specific to each one of your team members because each one needs to improve in specific areas. Also, is it setting them up for success in the future by pointing out areas of opportunities in their strengths and possible promotions and other inspiring things? Is it painting a bright future for them that will motivate them to excel? If you answer no to any of these questions, well, it's time to make the adjustments needed to ensure your system does have them. If your feedback and review system is broke and maybe even non-existent, you will assuredly have low productivity. I'll guarantee it. Your people will not be reaching their potential, even close to their potential. Ensure that you set your team and organization up for success by having a feedback system that works. Be honest. Be upfront. Call the baby ugly. Hey, that's it for today. But before I go, I want to make sure that you know about the free product that you can download right now. And it's called the #1 Hiring Question. And this is going to help you out to increase communication, get better job placement. It's going to help you out with your feedbacks. It's going to help increase morale. And most of all, it's going to increase your productivity. To get your free download, just visit clcteam.com/hiring question or click on the link in today's show notes. Have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.